Hello everyone, welcome to Divine and Wild Tarot. In today's pick a card reading, we're going to go over what your future child will be like, what their personalities or quirks, and we'll get all into little details of what kind of a person they're going to become like. If this is your very first time in this channel, I warmly welcome you to this community. I'm an energy reader, and this channel is all about tarot readings, channel messages, and connecting with the divine. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. If this is your first time ever in a pick a card specific video, all you have to do is pick a number between 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you need visuals, let's look over here, and you can pick between this circle deck, this crystal oracle deck, which is group number 1, the purple deck, number 2, number 3, and number 4, the ethereal deck here. So whichever deck resonates with you the most, go down to the description box below and you'll find the number correlating to the deck and number that you chose. Click on that timestamp and that is where your reading will start today. All this art you see in the current studio I am in are all of my own art, so if you want to check them out close up in my online art gallery, you can check that out in the link below as well. And without further ado, let's start with group number 1. Hello group number 1, how are we all doing? Thank you so much for supporting this channel by simply being here. If you like to tip, you can find my PayPal link in the description box below. And let's find out what your child is going to become like in the future. What kind of a person is your child like? What the personalities are. Ooh, colorful. Colorful personality. I feel very charismatic, very creative, very vibrant, very abundant in energy and creativity and the way they express themselves. Like their personality is very multifaceted and just full of life and full of vitality. Just when your child walks into the room, everyone can feel how much I want to say better, how much better the energy simply is by them entering into a room, because they have this very unique inner world where they're very creative, very inspired, and they're not afraid to show it as well. They're very multifaceted. They're going to be highly talented in many areas in life. They just seem to always have a knack for everything. They always seem to understand and know so many things about life and things because they are so curious about life and they study everything and anything. And when they find something that they're interested in, they go head first, and they are also highly creative. So all of these things, curiosity, knowledge, wisdom, and creativity, fun, and just lust for life. I feel like your child, the child you're having in the future is gonna be just so full of vibrancy, color, imagination, and all of the fun stuff. Speed, momentum. I'm not going to be surprised if your child is going to be Sagittarius. Regardless of the sign, just super fast paced. I'm not surprised with the fast pacedness as well, because, you know, the first thing I tapped into was just how energetic your child is. And with all that energy, she or he can't help but to move at a fast pace because they're so inspired and they're so headstrong and they know what they want and they're gonna get what they want. And when they seek knowledge, they really go after that as well. So they can't help, they cannot hold themselves back. They just need to go. They're gonna be travelers, they're gonna be explorers, they're gonna be truth seekers, they're gonna want to know everything, and they're gonna want to experience everything, and they're gonna want to expand themselves consistently and constantly as well. So you guys are, as parents, you guys are in for a ride, because there will never be a dull moment, I feel, with this type of a personality. I feel like the best thing to do with this type of child, this personality, is to never, never, ever restrict them of their thoughts, their imagination. Really encourage them to dig deeper and be even more inspired by their own intuition, their own thoughts, their own imagination. Just let them go wild, because they are such wild, spirited individuals to begin with. because they are such seekers of knowledge and truth, they are able to have this back and forth between the dark and the light world. They're just so deep on all spectrums. They cover the whole spectrum of life almost, because they are curious and they're accepting, they're non-judgmental of everything that is of this world, which includes the dark side and the light side. So they are a full spectrum of the whole package that life offers them. So a really grand energy, a really powerful individual that we are dealing with here. Group number 1, good for you for manifesting and bringing this individual into existence, because yeah, they're gonna need to work on themselves in terms of needing to ground themselves, because they're so in their creative energy and out there and traveling and being so engaged in reality that sometimes they can feel really up in the air and feel quite ungrounded. So that's the one thing you can do as a parent to look out for, is to help them feel grounded, have a good foundation for your child here, and just be consistent and always be their backbone and be there for them. You have to let kids do what they want to do always, but as a parent, the best thing you can do is be their foundation, be their stability, and so that they can express themselves freely and wildly as well. So that's the one thing that's coming up strongly, is that needing to be grounded for this type of an energy. They are gonna almost be lost in their own zone when they are in their creative space or when they're working. I feel like they're the type of people that gets really into their zone, and so it's important for this type of personality to not get distracted, and when they are distracted, they get really off balance. They can't, they get frustrated, and when they want to work, they really want to work, and when they're doing something, they really want to do exactly that thing and only that thing. Okay, let's see. I feel like this might be a girl we're speaking of. I just see either girl or boy. I feel like this person is quite a powerhouse. They're very independent, and they have so much wisdom in them and so much knowledge, not just from this lifetime, it's also from their past lives. They are considered an old soul. They're attracted to being around people that are older than them because they feel like they understand the value of, what more mature people bring to the table, and they also admire that and seek that type of knowledge. So I do see that happening. They themselves have that older soul energy about them, but also they attract older sort of mentor figures into their lives in their earlier stage in their lives. They are just this very beautiful, ever unfolding rose. What a beautiful card to get. I actually haven't seen this card in a long time. So when they come to this plane of existence, this earth that we're on, you're going to slowly see them. It's this really fast-paced energy that causes this ever-blooming rose that they are. So there's never a dull moment or a dull day because they're consistently evolving. They're consistently becoming this newer, bigger version, and this new every day is like a new version of them. And so they're continuously going to be cracking open, and things are always happening with them and to them, and things are, sorry, this is distracting. Okay. All right. So group number 1, their child and the personality. Yeah, okay, of course you guys get the spiritual union card. It's because they are highly spiritual. They're not gonna be this type of a personality without being spiritual, okay? They're just such seekers, or They are, you know, they want to know the truth of things. They want to understand life. They want to understand themselves and the people around them. And they're always just trying to become a better creative individual. It doesn't mean that they have to be artists. It's, you know, who they are as themselves as an individual are highly creative. Okay, even accountants can be creative. You know, creative energy is one of the most fundamental things of being alive on planet Earth. Creativity and art is in everything. So spiritual union with the divine, absolutely so strong. They are so connected to the divine and to the truth and to what's actually going on. And not only is because they are so drawn to the truth and what's going on actually in reality and this world, but they also have this deep knowing and deep connection with all the lives that they have already lived. Fast pace. Yeah, they're gonna have a lot of moments to themselves because so much is going on in their mind, so much is going on in their soul, that they need to have this alone time to process all these things. So they're almost like this extroverted, introverted energy where they do need to spend time alone to recharge. But when they're out there and when they're living life, they truly are out there. So they're introverted in a sense where they do need to spend a lot of time alone to process and to, most importantly, be with themselves, to be in alignment with who they truly are, and to find inspiration again from themselves, from inside, which is so healthy and so important. And when they are out there, they are fully extroverted and they're ready to take on life after they fully recharged. So you have a really, really special, really unique individual here, group number 1. Yeah, they're gonna want to be authentic. They're, you know, your child's gonna be very real. They're not gonna want to BS things. They're not gonna want to hide things. They're gonna be real with you, with themselves, and with everyone else in their lives. They just can't handle anything fake. They are so real. This is a type of person that cannot live in any form of fakeness. They just are so not that. They are fully authentic. They are fully genuine, and that's the only way that makes them feel good, you know, being alive. Yeah, your child's definitely gonna be finding romance. I feel like they have good luck when it comes to romance. They have a lot of, you know, okay, interesting. Just a very positive child here you guys have got going on. Yeah, prosperity, romance. They're able to understand, I mean, because they're such seekers of truth, they're going to cover all realms and they're going to be good at so many things, including romance and finding their one. And also because they're able to tap into this very powerful divine stream of knowledge and intuition and knowing and how and what to do things, they are the type of individual that will find prosperity and good luck when it comes to finances and business as well in their lifetime. So very, very positive child you have got going here, group number 1. Yeah. Okay, these are all just starting to become repeating messages. So one more card. Allow yourself to receive. Yeah, because they're so in their own bubble and in their world, they need to be reminded that people can help them. People are wanting to help them, and it would really help them to let people help them, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's the only little thing about the personality where it's like, okay, well, you're awesome as yourself, but you know, if you let people into your life, you can even be that much more awesome together. So that's the one thing I feel like your child will learn along the way. You'll find that at the beginning of their lives, in their earlier years, they're going to want to try to be super independent and super into themselves and very inspired by themselves as well. And they're gonna forget maybe that other people truly can add to the table as well. So that is your reading group number 1. That was insanely powerful. And if you enjoyed it, consider giving it a giant thumbs up. And remember to tip. You can find my PayPal link in the description box below. Otherwise, I'll see you in another video. Bye for now. Hello, group number 2. How are we all doing? Thank you so much for supporting this channel by simply being here. If you feel like tipping, you can find my PayPal link in the description box below. And let's find out what your child will be like and what their personality sort of will be like. Okay, so triumph and success. Headstrong. They're thinkers. They're gonna be, you know, the type of people that think a lot. You know how I think of Virgos when I think about thinking. Virgos think a lot. So regardless of zodiac sign, they're the type of people that really care about needing to conquer things, needing to win, needing recognition, needing let's see if it's, you know, that type of personality sometimes can be toxic, but let's just get a better view on what's going on here. Yeah, I feel like they really care about achieving things, which is great, okay? It's almost like that Capricorn energy where they need to have goals and they need to have a vision to be happy so that they can actually concentrate on what they're actually doing. Some people can live their lives without any goals and they're perfectly happy and they're just in the moment and it's great and it's fine and they're just going. But some people actually definitely need goals that they're working towards to feel grounded. Yeah, very important to have that. And so your child, it's important to encourage them to have goals, because when they don't have goals, they're going to feel a little lost and they're not going to feel like they're achieving much in their lives. But I feel like your individual here, your child, they have that personality where it's very headstrong, very fiery and passionate. So I see them achieving a lot of things. Like, they're going to be high achievers. They're going to know what they want and they're going to go after it. And they really get a lot out of achieving things and reaching milestones as well in their lives. Yeah, oh my God, just so much boss energy. There's just, your child here is overflowing with just that authoritative personality where people really listen to them. Like, your child's going to be a boss in their work life and they're going to be a boss in their lives. They're going to know what they want, and people might even feel intimidated by how headstrong they are. They're just going to be very high achievers. I just see them, like, even potentially like in TED Talks, whatever the version of TED Talks are in the future, and they're going to want to take on a lot of things. They're going to want to take on big goals, big dreams, big desires, conquer them, and then complete them and actually make it happen. So there's a lot of really, yeah, fiery, passionate, oh my God, like, okay, there's a lot of cards in this deck, just like there's a lot of cards in all of these decks, and you guys have extremely positive cards that all point towards ambition, individuality, being an authoritative figure and achieving things headstrong and having a very clear vision of where he or she wants to go and actually making it happen. And yeah, being high achieving. Like, you guys, your child is going to make a difference in this world. And whether it's this making a difference in this, oh yeah, they definitely are. I want to say, like, okay, well, maybe Spirit actually meant, but no, they're going to make a difference in the family life, in their own lives, but also in this world as well. So very, very inspiring individual you have as your child here. Their personality is bold, they're brave, they are not afraid of hard work, and they're gonna want to get what they want to get. And I feel like because they're so determined and headstrong in what they want to do in their lives, the fruits of their labors truly are going to show. You're going to see it, and they're going to come in big ways. These are, I'm drawn to these bigger peaches that are flying from the tree here. I think they're apples, but anyway, the fruits of their labors truly going to be manifested into their reality, because they worked so hard for it and they actually made it happen. It's not because they were like handed this. They truly they went on a journey, and they're going to be on a journey of conquering their wishes and desires and going after what they want in their lives. And they're not going to want to stop until they see the rewards that they're looking for. They're not going to want to stop until they see that they have actually achieved it. Okay. Okay. All right. Group number 2. Whoa. Okay. So just some side note here about your child. I feel like because they're so headstrong and so passionate, so fiery, I feel like to balance out that energy, they're going to need to ground themselves and cleanse their energy whenever they get into the thick of it, because this type of energy can very easily turn into burnout or turn into icky situations where they run into the wrong people, wrong friends, wrong situation. And that's when clearing out their energy is really going to be a massive. So I feel like the personality that your child's going to have is that, yes, they're going to go after so strong, so heavy into what they are wanting to get. But you're going to notice them pulling back and having really deep states of rejuvenation, because they need it, because they go so strong and so headstrong, heart strong, body strong, into just running into their goals, dreams, desires, that they sometimes get a little bit burnt out, and then they need some time to decompress. And you'll find that your child just has like episodes and phases that last between 3 to 4 days, sometimes up to a week or 2, where they like almost disappear. So that, I feel like that's going to be one of those situations of your individual here. Yeah, they're gonna find themselves, having those episodes of decompression, which a lot of us need, but we just deal with it differently. Sometimes everyone, most people take their Sundays off, they're take a couple days off, 3 days off, but some people like to burst out their energy fully and then take like a week or 2 or 3 to just recuperate and rejuvenate. So I feel like your individual is going to be like that, where they're gonna go so headstrong and so fiery and so after what they want and what they're going after. Then they're gonna just decompress for however long, instead of it's not really balanced, but but also it works for them. Okay, I see your child here with this type of very fast-paced energy. Of course, I don't want to say of course, but I feel like your child, their personality, because they're going so above and beyond all the time, that sometimes they can self-sabotage sometimes, and that's natural, that's totally normal. We all experience some form of that in our lives, of self-sabotaging our own achievements. So I just see it's like, oh my gosh, the apple is getting too big, and so you want to just pull it back, and almost like this undeserving mentality. So that can happen. I feel like that is a very minor thing. It's just something to be aware of as a parent, that this can happen, and all you can do is just be encouraging and be supportive and be their sacred space to recover. Because when they're at home and when they're with their family, which is you guys, they want to feel like they're nourished and loved and recuperated, so that they can go back into the world and conquer everything that they want to conquer. All right, so we have take the lead and confront. Yeah, okay, with all this high achieving ambitions that they have, they need to confront their shadow side. And because with self-sabotage in the way, that's when they truly will And this is when you will see them sort of retreating back to their safe haven and towards you, which is their family, is when they look at their shadow side and really see it for what it is, transform out of that so that they can go to the next stage in their lives. And they're the type of personality that really takes the lead, as we already can see and know. This is just an extra confirmation of their personality. They truly grab life by the horns and really goes after what they want and what they desire. Okay, so you have a big handful here of an individual to deal with. Group number 2, which is amazing because I see them achieving many big things in their lives. The root chakra is strong, and with this type of energy of, you know, going after so many things in such a grand way, they will need to have a very solid base chakra. They're gonna, I mean, there's two sides to this. They need that that very supportive energy to be able to go head first into and fly into their goals, wishes, and desires. But also because they have so many goals, they will be able to create a very solid foundation for them regardless. I see in their destiny and that they will have a very strong, secure baseline of a foundation, financially, physically, spiritually, and such and so forth. Yeah, like they are made for abundance. Okay, so I've been pulling cards throughout this whole reading, and you guys get really specific. All the cards point to just things. Success is on the way, you know, making things happen is on the way. And, you know, literally the abundance card showed up for you guys. So your child, your baby, your little individual here is truly going to make things happen in their lives, and abundance is to be experienced in their lives. I just see like this card does not get any more abundant. Like there are a lot of prosperity and abundance card in all these decks, but this one specifically, look, this just literally in the petals here, there's like gold just pooling around her feet. It's just a very jolly good time in terms of, you know, all the things that he or she has done in her life to make all these things happen. Yeah, but you know, not everyone's perfect. So I see your child, your future child, their main thing that they need to focus on is really not getting their own way. You know, self-sabotage is a real thing for a lot of people, and it's more prominent in others than not. So in your case, in your child's case here, I feel like they will be able to overcome many things because they have the release card as well, which they are able to take off the weight and really let themselves float and soar into and live into the potential that they are meant to live into. Okay, so that's your reading, group number 2. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider giving it a giant thumbs up. And if you'd like to tip, remember to check out my PayPal link in the link below. Otherwise, I'll see you in another reading. Bye for now. Hello, group number 3. How are we all doing? Thank you so much for tuning into this channel and supporting this channel by simply being here. If you feel like tipping, you can check out my PayPal link in the description box below. Otherwise, let's check out what your child will be in the future and what their personality will be like. Daydreamers. Okay. They have a very soft energy. They love the pleasures of life, and they like to, it's almost like that Piscean energy. Not that they're gonna for sure be a Pisces, but it's the energy that I'm talking about that Pisces have. Daydreamy, very emotional, very in their creative zone. They're in the creative zone of imagination and daydreaming more often than not, and they love to bask in the pleasures of life. So they will like to go on spa days. They're gonna want to be, like in their younger years, they could be just reading lots of books and being in the fantasy lands of, you know, fictional characters, and, you know, watching anime and just being in comic books and just being in that mind frame of this outer world. I'm struggling trying to find the words because yeah, it's a totally different energy from group number 1 and 2. And so group number 3, your child has a lot of, I feel like they're just really out there in their imagination. They are really out there when it comes to manifesting and bringing in this very creative world that they live in inside their heads. And I feel like they will want to bring this into reality. So I'm thinking of, you know, almost like artists that make really creative music videos or really creative artistic projects. I see that happening for group number 3. Your child is really gonna there's 2 sides to this courage card, actually. It's like they almost need to muster up the courage to express their creativity and express their thoughts and ideas into the world, because they have a very abstract mind. They have a really unique way of thinking and seeing things. Okay, so it's almost like I'm having a difficulty of wrapping my head around your child's personalities, because most people don't understand them. Most people don't fully understand this type of personality. It's like someone that is, they are going to be to themselves because they see and feel that they are different, that they are definitely introverts, because they have so much going on in their own little world. Not their own little world, they have a massive world inside their imagination, and they feel like they get so much more out of being in their own little world than being in this current reality, which to them seem a little bit more boring and not as fun as if they were to just fully submerge themselves into their own imagination. And yeah, they will want to be in solitude, like it's a beautiful, beautiful world that they have going on inside. It's like, this is them, and it's like the world doesn't exist anymore. It's just them and their own island, their own moon, their own sky, their own clouds, and it's absolutely beautiful and peaceful. So I see them spending, like, I want to say they like getting to meditative states. So your child in their meditation is really going to help them in progressing and developing their own individuality, which is someone that is very, very unique in how they think. So the one challenge I see your child needing to overcome is having that courage to speak their mind and to show the world what they are thinking and feeling and seeing, because it's this imagination, this creativity that truly inspires the masses and truly inspires the world. And so the world needs this creativity. The world needs this fresh new perspective that your child can bring into this world. So them needing to feel, as parents, they need to feel they are fully accepted by you, because they already feel alien in this world. They already feel not exactly fitting in this world already to begin with. So important as parents with this type of an individual to, make sure that they are embraced, that they are loved, and that what they see, feel, and hear is totally valid. Yeah, they need to have this sense of security. They need to have this level of knowing that, the closest people in their lives has their back. And so, security is there. The fire is churning. Everything is warm and, blooming, and things are going well. They have this solid foundation so that they can shoot off into the universe, into the sky with their thoughts, with their dreams, with their visions, with their excuse me, way of seeing things. And just literally they live in this fairy tale land in their head. And I feel like this is a very unique talent that your child has, because this is where magic actually happens. It's almost like, I'm thinking of this artist. I cannot for the life of me remember the artist that I've been trying to think of, but the closest one I can think of right now is like almost Lady Gaga, more mainstream artist. And, you know, she revolutionized the music industry. I'm not super into, my knowledge base in the music industry is not super vast, but I know that before Lady Gaga entered the scene, you know, the live performances were not as crazy. She really raised the standards and raised the bar in, you know, fashion, and fashion combined with music and performances that are really out there and crazy. So take what resonates with that. It's just someone that has so much to bring to this world creatively, and so much color, so much abstract way of thinking and how to improve this reality and how to make it more interesting. Just, I'm thinking just almost like Tomorrowland, that type of just out of this world kind of thing going on, okay? I'm finding a hard time figuring out your child here, because there is no figuring out. There is no pinpointing your child's personality here. There really is not. So I'm here humming and hawing because your child is truly outstanding in the way they think, in the way I feel like they have the potential to revolutionize something and to really help people around them see the world so insanely differently. And so sometimes with someone that is so unique like this, sometimes they don't fulfill their divine purpose in this lifetime. It's almost they need to warm up to it and fulfill in the next lifetime, because the mission is so big and the ideas are so abstract that sometimes these individuals may self-sabotage and actually not live their true divine visions and purpose within the same lifetime. So there, I see that small chance that your child won't be able to fully fulfill this insanely creative and innovative approach to life, because it's so big. Sometimes it's scary, especially because your child is an introverted type as well. So it might take a long time to work up the courage to express these ideas. But I feel like most of you guys, your child in this lifetime, in their lifetime, is going to be able to fulfill it. Like 60%, 60 to 70% of you guys in this group number 3, your child is going to be able to live up to their godly presence in this realm, okay? So it's almost they need to adapt to this world first. When they first enter into planet Earth, their soul is squished into this physical body, and it's almost restrictive. And then they have all of these things that's happening in their brain, in their soul, in their mind, that's so out there, that's so different from what currently exists on this reality, that they first need to, understand where they are at. It's like the first decade or two in their lives is about adapting to this planet which they found themselves in, which is shockingly suffocating. And so after that moment of just unpacking and realizing where they're at in their soul journey, then I feel like they're able to actually maneuver through this lifetime in a more graceful way, and actually begin to be willing and be open to expressing all these beautiful things that they have to offer into this reality. I just see them being literally light beings. Like when people see them and are around them, they see nothing but light, and they're just glowing, and they are just so magical as individuals, okay? So, and because that's interesting. I haven't seen that card before, but it's beautiful. So, I'm not surprised because, you know, like I was saying, the first decade or two, maybe a little bit less, but I feel like for a lot of you guys, your child, because they are, you know, coming into this realm as such giant, powerful, creative souls, they are going to feel a bit suppressed, and they're not going to really know what to do at first with all of their magic. And so they're going to use their pain as their power, and they're going to use their pain to transmute it into something absolutely beautiful, like literally like moth wings, butterfly wings. They're going to have this, you know, we all go through trials and tribulations, and so I feel like your child is going to go through whatever they're going to go through in the beginning of their lives, and so that they can really turn that pain into something absolutely beautiful. So it's that almost, yeah, it's almost poetic. It's a very poetic journey and story I see your child living into, is just this insanely beautiful inner worlds, and how they express themselves to this world is through the pain that they've gone through, and through the little things in life that are a little bit more difficult to deal with compared to other things. And that's where they're going to truly shine and really express their colors into this plane of existence, and they're going to really flourish over the years, and know that they have a lot of imagination, and they have this insanely intricate, beautiful, deep world in their internal, you know, world, and their internal speech, and just how they see things in their imagination is so different. So I hope that made sense. Your child is absolutely so unique and such a blessing to have. So that is the message I have for you guys, group number 3. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider giving it a giant thumbs up, and remember to leave a tip. My PayPal link is in the description box below. Otherwise, I'll see you in another reading. Bye for now. Hello, group number 4. How are we all doing? Thank you so much for supporting this channel by simply being here. If you like to tip, you can find my PayPal link in the description box below. Otherwise, let's find out what your child's going to be like and what their personality is going to be like as well. Interesting. They're going to be a socialite, so I can see that. What's going on here? This is crazy. So I feel like the biggest lesson that your child's going to go through is needing to learn how to, in this lifetime, they are meant to learn how to communicate. So it's like, at the same time though, they are faced with all these opportunities to communicate, and they have a lot of friends. Okay, they're gonna have a lot of friends. They're gonna be surrounded by a lot of people. It's like their purpose in this life is to like ideally, if they finish their mission, their soul-called mission in their lifetime is actually to become speakers and to be very effective and powerful communicators. And so with that type of a soul calling, they're going to be surrounded by a lot of people to practice their communication skills. But regardless of, you know, their soul purpose or not, they're going to be socialized. They're going to be around people. They're going to be around a lot of people in their lifetime. I see them being successful. I see, oh my gosh, what's going on? Your child's gonna be like almost like a selfish type. They're gonna want to, you know, go after what they want without thinking about other people. This is no filter, okay? I'm just telling you, don't shoot the messenger. This is how the cards are showing up, and Spirit wants to talk about it. So because they are surrounded by so many people, and at the same time they're really out to achieve things for themselves, I see them just getting overexhausted sometimes. And because it's like there isn't this balance of, you know, looking out for other people, and the balance of, you know, caring for other people and empathizing, like that is a little bit lacking, I feel. But with this type of personality, I see them, you know, the Queen of Pentacles shows up and the Eight of Pentacles. So a lot of good is happening because they're so into themselves. They're able to really harness their own energy and make something great out of it. So I do see success happening in your child's lifetime, and that they are able to actually make things happen. They are so capable of, yeah, moving things forward in life. Okay, so I just see them. What is that energy? What is this energy, Spirit? What's going on here? Right, okay. Yeah, your child is like, it's like I see them getting distracted quite a bit in their earlier years, and then they're gonna feel exhausted. It's like I see their whole lives flashing before my eyes right now. In the first like teenage years, they're gonna have a lot of friends, they're gonna get distracted, then they're gonna feel exhausted and feel like they I just heard something. That was distracting, sorry. Sometimes I literally hear audible noise, like I'm a clairaudient, so yeah. Seven of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like in the earlier years, they are going to go through so many things that will point towards them needing to focus on themselves, okay? That's the message here, that they, and then it's like, they're gonna want to find balance in their own lives, but then when they try to find balance, they almost go overboard in how much energy they put into themselves. Like at first, in the first portion of their lives, they're gonna give and just be, you know, loose with their energy and just be loose with their boundaries, and you know, as we all sometimes do in our earlier years. So it's no different with your specific child here. They are socialites in their earlier years, and then I see them actually learning the hard way that they need to pull their energy in, and so that they can achieve what they want to achieve in this lifetime, instead of being, you know, loose with their energy, if you know what I mean, like just saying yes to everything and then doing things that actually don't mean much in their specific lifetime. It's like they're just doing things just to do things, just for entertainment after entertainment after entertainment, and then they're gonna burn out and realize, well, hey, I need to pull my energy back in so that they can harness their own energy and actually make something out of their lives, like, you know, focusing on career and focusing on their creativity. So I do see your child being a little bit distracted here and there, but ultimately they're going to learn that they do need to go set out on their own individual journey to self-discovery and actually find success and actually hone in on their creativity as well, and to realize their dreams and to realize their goals as well. Okay, group number 4 is child. Okay, yeah, I just see them learning a lot in this lifetime. Like their purpose in this lifetime, in their lifetime, is to grow and learn that self-love and taking care of themselves is absolutely the most important thing. I feel like they're not just gonna be having this overarching lesson, but I feel like they're just lesson after lesson after lesson, like they have a lot of karma to clear. Group number 4, your child does have a lot of energetic karma and ties that they need to clear up for them. So, but rest assured, I see them actually, when they are focused and when they can put time in and energy into themselves, I do see them being highly creative and very capable of making things happen in business and finances, and, you know, to take care of, you know, the people that they love, including themselves. So I feel like they are very trustworthy people, okay? And that comes with the almost people-pleasing thing that they have going on, where they want to be around people and they want to have a social life and they want to make people happy. And so it's almost there's this push and pull going on with your child. I see them being highly trustworthy. It's because they can't, you know, it's hard for them to say no to people. But when they say yes to others, they're saying no to themselves. So I see that, you know, push and pull happening with your child's personality. I see in your child's lifetime that they're gonna have a lot of angels and spirit guides surrounding them, because they are really helping your child's soul go through all these lessons and just, you know, complete all these unfinished business from past lifetimes so that they can really evolve into the next phase. So I do see your child going through a lot, and their main thing is to really just, it's like they're it's like this, what's it called, Ferris wheel. It's just one thing after another. Like each one of those like Ferris wheel seats are like one karmic thing to finish, and then the other thing comes up, and then another thing comes up, and then one thing after another happens in your child's lifetime. And the biggest thing for them to overcome and achieve is to not dim their light to fit in, okay? Because there's going to be so many energies and so many different little things that will tempt your child to not be in their light, whether it's literally their family with you guys and or with friends and such, that they're gonna want to play small so that they can fit in with their current world that they love so much, they dearly, dearly love. They have a giant heart, they really do, and they're super trustworthy. You can trust them with everything and anything. And it's about balancing them needing to pull their energy in and still being generous at the same time, so that they can actually have energy for themselves, okay? Yeah, they're confident individuals. They really are. They have, it's like they have a lot of these imbalances happening. I do see that, okay? Group number 4, that your child will want to overextend themselves, but I do see your child here successfully pulling their energy in and achieving great things in finances. I don't super see, like, they're going to be a popular individual for sure, and I'm not surprised they have the confidence card. You need that confidence to be able to, you know, maintain all these friendships, and also have the courage to pull this energy in to be a bright individual and achieve the things that he or she wants to achieve in their life. So yeah, your child's going to be a busy individual, because, you know, they just like to be out there. They like to say yes to things. They want to say yes to themselves. They want to do this, they want to do that, and they want to make this happen and be with this person and then be friends with all these people. And they also love you as parents, and they love themselves, but mostly they love the people in their lives, including you. And so there is all of this great things happening. I just see them being socialites, and their energies are spread out, okay? Their energy is all over the place. They have left a mark on everyone that they have come across, and because they are so well connected socially with people, their network is big, so it's like they call an opportunity all the time. They call in what's that saying? Your net worth is your network. So it's almost that situation going on where your kid here, your child's personality just has all these, and they're funny, they're comedic, they're able to be adaptable, and they, you know how to be in different social settings. And I feel like they're just a magnet for opportunity, because they are just connected to the right people. Ten of Wands. Yeah, again, it's just another way a spirit is saying that, you know, sometimes they get distracted by too many things where they neglect their own responsibilities. So I see that happening a little bit. But rest assured, they actually have, I almost see when, you know, when they're here, I see them being distracted by things, yes, but they also have a lot of blessings. And because they're burnt out from being spread too thin, maybe, that they don't see everything that's happening in front of their eyes, which is so many blessings and miracles happening for them. Okay. Drop some cards. Yeah. They are, okay, makes sense. Yeah, the one big challenge your child's going to face is needing to actually get out of the box and get out of their limiting belief systems of themselves to actually go forward with things. So I see that being just a thing that's going to happen here and there throughout their whole life, where sometimes they're just out, you know, living their lives with their people, but then their soul wants to come out and really express themselves fully, but for some reason they can't, because maybe they're afraid of what their loved ones will think of them, stuff like that. You know, they also got the don't dim to fit in. So how are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So that's just the general thing that's happening in the background of your child's personality, of them needing that courage to pull it in and actually bring it out, pull in their energy, and, you know, show the world and express to the world who they really are. And that will really help them bring in a lot of goodness into their lives. They are quite a catch. Your individual is going to have a lot of admirers, and they truly are unique and super, admirable. I think I said that twice already. So yeah, very unique. This is the card that speaks about being a shiny stone, a very unique crystal. Like, you guys, your child's personality and who they will become and who they are is someone that is truly special, and they are popular not for no reason. It's because people can see how unique they are and they find inspiration and lots of lovely things about your child here. So popular individual for sure. That is the reading I have for you guys, group number 4. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider giving it a giant thumbs up. And if you'd like to tip, you can find my PayPal link in the description box below. I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.